So what is your secret identity? Your secret identity is that you're one of the last players in the age of play. What is the age of play? That is a time period when we were kids, when creativity and imagination were king. Just think about it. Back when we were kids, we could create the biggest and most elaborate plan out of absolutely nothing. And these are the exact same things that we're going to need in order to get ourselves back into shape. So at a certain time, as we get older, the way that our mind works is we start setting as we get older, the way that things work is we start setting things, and our mind becomes a little bit more rigid, and our imagination kind of dissipates over time, and we are set in our ways. Now, this poses a pretty big problem as we get older because it keeps us away from certain opportunities and certain ways of thinking and certain things that come into our lives that can be beneficial. But because of how we've established our minds, we're not really open or receptive to those kind of things. So when I bring up the age of play and us being kids, it's because imagination and creativity are going to be some of the main things that we need in order to create a whole different way of thinking to meet our fitness goals. Now, I'm not going to disrespect you and tell you that you need some kind of elaborate workout plan that only I can provide you, because the truth is you don't. You already know these kind of movements because we used to do the same movements as a kid. We just have to repurpose those to fit your life. And that's what we're going to get to. Here's where the problem comes in, and it's the way that we eat. Now, we're not talking about the way that we eat now. It's the way that we ate back in the day. When we were kids, we really didn't have a say-so over the food that we ate. We just ate it. And think about when we went out to eat. Now, I'm from the South. I'm not sure about you, but we frequented all-you-can-eat buffets. And the theme going in is, you better make sure you get your money's worth. Now, what that meant for me was, I'm about to eat 5 or 6 plates of food. And at the end of it, yeah, I'm not feeling too great. And think about holidays. Holidays is a time where we all got together and all the family members came under one roof. And what that meant was a lot of good food. And when you have a lot of good food in one place, that means you have to try a lot of things. And you eat to the point to where you go into what we call a food coma. So that food coma is also another one of those unhealthy habits that, we developed over time. And I can tell you personally that this is something that stuck with me for a lot of my life. All throughout my life, I ate in excess. And as I was getting older, I was doing less and less activity, all to the breaking point of where I found myself over 280 pounds. Now this poses a problem, but it also sheds a light on where my food problem started. And I'd like you to take a little while to think about how you grew up and what your traditions were and how that impacted your life. Because most of the time we developed our food habits way back when we were children, and it kind of carried over into adulthood. Now, I'm not saying that that is everybody's problem, but I know that for most people, that's where your food habits came from. So if you could do me a favor in the comments, just leave some things about how you grew up as a kid, how you ate as a kid, and how do you think that impacted you. So this is one of the first things that we have to do in order to get into shape. This is the first step that I took, is uncovering all of my habits that were not serving me anymore. And food was the first one. Now, after we do this, in the next video, I'm going to tell you exactly what we're going to do with it. And now we're going to start to fix the problem. So until then, I hope you guys receive something from this video. I appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching.